Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Saturday? What the hell? It's Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's not Saturday at all. What's up with Black 18 King? So, everyone's freaking out. Can't help it, right? Like, this isn't a week where I did not go out of my way to look for stuff, but nothing but people screaming about my hero having no consequences, people screaming about my hero is trash, people screaming about the fact that nothing ever stays in my hero, there's never anything that's permanent in my hero, just nothing but screaming all week long. Can't help but not hear it, right? Can't help but not hear it. Can't help but not hear it. I don't care. I don't care. If Bakugo is alive, you can go back to the stream in which he died. And the moment he died, one of the first things I said after was, he's probably not dead. And if he's not dead, I don't care. And I still feel the same way. So let's rip the band-aid off. Let's see why everyone's screaming and upset. Let's just see. And we'll judge it for ourselves. Usually I'm like a little different than anyone anyways. I remember when everyone was pissing and moaning and pissing all over themselves about when Mirio came back, and I was like, I loved it. So we'll see. What's up, random boy? So we will see. Let me clean my glasses first. This is like, for some reason, I haven't been able to get my glasses clean for the entire weekend since Friday morning. I've used like so many different methods to clean my glasses, and for some reason, they've been smudged. They've been smudged every single day. Like, I'll clean them and be like, what the heck? So we'll see if I can get them clean. I can't see. Someone typed. That's femboy, isn't it? Is it? I can't see. I'm trying not to squint. That didn't help. Yes, it is. Okay, I got it right. Okay. All right. Let me zoom in. Let's get started. What's up? What's up? How are you? Happy Sunday. All right. Shigaraki stole those refined samples of the chemical the Shihei Hasakai developed for destroying quirk factors. It came to me, and I wasted no time in trying to replicate it. All right, this is all for one talking, or Dr. Garaki. What's up, Ivan? Turns out the substance originated from a person's quirk. Ain't that a hoot? Like you're always saying, fate brings everything full circle. During the refining process, I started focusing not on the deleter rounds, but on the quirk's original effect. And I've gotta say, my doomsday theory was right on the money. You only get one shot, one and done. Assuming things go according to plan and you get to walk free again, I'm betting it'll help you make your dream come true. Next page. Talking to all for one. Okay. And just in case I'm not around when you get out the big house, I'm leaving it all in this safe house along with the data. Allow me to speak my mind. Your voice, your eyes, your smile bring joy to my heart. Yeah, this was before you went to prison. This was when no, this was before what I'm guessing is that Dr. Garaki left this recording because he's speaking into a microphone right down here in this panel. He's speaking into a microphone while he's holding the deleter round. He left this recording. He left this recording. This is anywhere between Overhaul getting his arms deleted by Compress and Shigaraki, and whenever Midako busted in. So anywhere in that time period, this conversation, this thing that he left for him, this message he left for him, it happened anywhere in that time frame. Because Shigaraki would have gotten the deleter rounds whenever they did that to overhaul after Deku beat him in the sky. So that's when that happened. And now this is All For One finding wherever this storage house was after the Tartarus escape. After Garaki was already locked up, he left all this stuff for him. All right, let me allow me to speak my mind. Your voice, your eyes, your smile bring joy to my heart. And if I had one wish, I'd ask that your own heart be filled with hate. Interesting. Again, we look at the smoke, these clouds in the air, whatever that is. Why we wield power 364. Be proud, Endeavor. This is a fire panel. I never thought you'd be the one forcing me to play this card. This is a fire panel. He reminds me of a panel like this, just like how he's standing. Reminds me of Gil from Third Strike. He's a Chad too. Yeah, he does. He looks like he should be on a Mount Olympus. Like, look at his quads. He's ripped. All right. Looks more like Escanor. He does. He actually does. That's a good point out. He does look like Escanor. Yeah, he does. Wow. Okay. Let me zoom in. He's rejuvenated. His body is back to prime condition. Look. Little Aries power. Oh boy. Look at him. This is bad. Huh. My body feels as light as silk. What's up, Anna? How are you? Okay. That was him landing. I think, I'm not going to guess. I wouldn't have thought he was flabby. I would have assumed he was an old man. But he somehow kept his youth from his prime. So being restored, getting that suit off, you get to see what's up under. He just blitzed through them. Wow. He just blitzed through them. Oh no. He took her quirk. What? Look at him. Why does he have to be so cool? I hate him. Why does he have to be so cool? I hate him. Yeah, he has the doctor's quirk, and then he takes subsequent quirks to counteract the fact that the doctor's quirk's drawback is the fact that he doesn't have like he's not able to be physical. Why is Vader so cool? Because he's evil. That's why. Looks cool as hell. He's menacing when he does it. The doctor, he's not physically gifted. Like, it takes away all of his athleticism. So that's why. What's up, Simo? That's why he then takes quirks to boost his athleticism. All right, my quirk. I'll take the cape too while I'm at it. Fighting in the buff is hardly my style. What's up, Maxie? Man, he looks fire. I hate it. I hate how much I like him. Look at him. He's just blitzing through. Look at him. Hawks grabbed her. This bit of rewinding will be the end of me. I'm ultimately doomed to I was going to ask that. Oh, I was going to ask that. I literally was going to ask that. I was literally about to part my lips and say it, but I didn't. Because he's had nothing but Ares rewind around him. He's had the rewind around him. When I looked at this panel over here on the left, I was going to ask, can he turn this quirk off? That was me. I was literally getting ready to ask this, and I was like, let me shut up. Let me just keep reading, because I was going to think I'm going to turn the page again and it's going to be gone. But I literally was going to ask, can he turn it off? And seemingly no. He activated it, and he's literally just going to keep rewinding. This bit of rewinding will be the end of me. I'm ultimately doomed to vanish now. But my dream will live on as I pass the baton to Tomura Shigaraki. The only task left to me is to rescue him from your brazen trap. So if you don't mind. Ooh. A massive yet... Yeah, Tinking, that's a good point. He's so old that the rewind is not gonna be as fast as it would for everyone else. So he would technically lose more powers in his arsenal as time goes on. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Let me continue. A massive yet suicidal power-up. Endeavor just needs to deliver one more solid blow. Your dream, huh? Look at Hawks. Something beyond stealing one for all? Mind filling me in for future reference? I still gotta buy time. It's simple. Hold on, I gotta resume back in. It's simple. I'm quite influenced by comics. We know that. The world always fear. You know what's crazy? I don't know if this is just something that's done for just a difference in like the way they're styling his words, but his words were always a little more jagged than everyone else's words. But now like the style in which his bubbles are written in are different than before when he was old All For One. Is that just me, or is that something I'm noticing? It's simple. I'm quite influenced by comics. The world always fears the big bad villain. Why do you think that is? Because he does bad stuff? And what counts as bad stuff? In a world teeming with myriad cultures and values, bad stuff would be an act that universally makes the masses turn up their noses in disgust. An act which thwarts the future they envision. So I intend, come on, webpage, work with me. So I intend to thwart the future of the whole world. That's all I ever wished for. Ooh, those are doomed because they're trying to tackle run. Yeah, but the whole thing is you can't not fight him. Like you can't not fight him. Like he popped revive, fell to the ground, and instantly snatched someone's quirk while he's still rewinding. Like if we just try to play keep away, he's probably faster than us. He's back in his prime. There's no telling what kind of quirks he has. So it's like we can't not like he probably would get to us faster than we could get away. So we have to try to do something. If we can land some sort of like critical blow, then we need to try. Keep away, the man could possibly do whatever he wants to. Like what if he just takes off and it's just a race against time? It is a race against time, but what if he literally takes off? He just makes a beeline straight to Shigaraki. What do we do then? We have to try. We can't let him leave this battlefield. I think that's what's important. We have to keep Shigaraki and All For One isolated. That's why we separated them in the first place. If we let them get too close, they'll be able to come together, and there's not really anything we would be able to do. That's why we came up with this plan. Came up with this plan so that we can knock down every single bad guy, like separately. If they're all together, they would be too much for us to beat. Us being the heroes. What's up, man? All right. I mean, next page. 8 and 9. Okay. Yes, quirks will also change. Yeah, like so. Seemingly, what's going to be happening is if he's rewinding, he might be losing the quirks in the orders that he took them. But if he's going to be constantly fighting, he can be snatching quirks and losing quirks at the same time. So it's just going to be a round robin of what can I do, like just back and forth. All right, Washington D.C., United States of America. We are All For One. That's right. Ooh, is this a flashback? No, it's not a flashback. The page is in black. But All For One did activate everyone. Excuse me. He may rewind to his to his prime quirks. I don't think that's possible because he doesn't have All for One anymore. That's something we have to think about. We don't know how Ares' quirk works. We know that, just using Mario for an example, Mario had his quirk Permeation. He got shot with the delete around, and Ares then rewinded him to when he had a quirk before. So question is if we give away our quirk. It'd be the same thing like if All Might got rewinded by Ares to before he got the wound. Will he get All for One back? Or is that because he gave his quirk to Shigaraki? He has a dupe copy of his own quirk. Right? He has a dupe copy of his own quirk. If he snatches the quirk then gets rewinded, that means he'll lose the quirk he just stole. Yeah, but then he just took the quirk of someone else and they won't have it anymore. So I feel like that's the whole point, is like he might not be able to use the quirk, but he definitely can take the quirk and the quirk can just be lost forever. So it's like bam, I can take the quirk from you. You now have a quirk. I just got rewinded. I can't use your quirk. Your quirk is just lost. It's just lost now. Yeah, we are All for One. Yeah, I think this is current day because he activated everyone in the world. Like everyone, he said everyone acts on my behalf, all my people that support me around the world, like 20 chapters ago, something like that. So it's like, I don't know how the Admiral Akbar guy, I don't know how, that's a big question. If he gave away his own quirk, could he then be rewinded in 2 instances of the real All for One quirk or All for One quirk? Could that exist at the same time within All for One and within Shigaraki at the same time? Is that a possibility? I don't know. All right. This is the moment to strike. If we don't definitely eliminate Tomura now, the US will face the danger he poses. Webpage, please. And how would we rein in this crisis? Unlike most others, our nation has already taken a half step into the red zone. And you're to blame, Timothy Akbar, because he sent Star over there and she died. According to reports from the Quirk's research agencies, Tomura is already beyond anything humanity can stop. I disagree with that. An unknowable, untouchable entity capable of just about anything. Yes. You faced that monster and made it clear that we're his enemy via Star and the missiles. You're saying we should appease him instead? There's already a standoff between the world's developed nations as we wonder, who will be the first to earn Tomura's trust. They're thinking about negotiating with a terrorist? What? Seriously? At some point he's getting All for One quirk back. Maybe. That's America for you. Thinking about how we should let him rule over us? That's insanity. Only to minimize casualties. To feel him out before a more decisive strike. You're BSing. Give that monster even an inch and he'll take a mile. We'll be neutered. Tim, this is for our nation's future. No, I don't think so. Because there's official collaborations between My Hero and Marvel. So no, I don't think he'll get a strike. Like there's I think if you like want to spin it a certain way, and one of the multiverses in Marvel, My Hero is a thing because Deadpool is because Deadpool is like been included with all this. So it's like My Hero is like a kind of like multiverse for the MCU in a way. After Star and Stripes died, that was probably a push. Yeah, because if Star was the #1 of the United States, and she took after All Might, and the United States has such a big influence. If the #1 in that country died to this being, then what the hell can we do? Being lesser, smaller countries than them with not a lot of resources and everything else. Like, what the hell can we do? I feel like that might be the thought process from the whole, I don't know. I don't think they're called the UN in this universe. They might be called something else, but that could be it. Area worked with Deku because he kept tearing apart his muscles, right? If Hawthorne does something similar with the quirks that will otherwise be too risky, keeping him indefinitely in his prime. Maybe if he could outpace the rewinding, then possibly. What if, like, in the Marvel and DC comments, maybe the possibility is off on endless. You're not wrong. All right, let me continue. All right, next page. They won't show us the president. I wonder if the president is going to be someone crazy. It's going to be like Air Gear, where Obama was the president in Air Gear. We won't have a future. Your position's forcing you to take this stance, yes? Easy there, Mr. Agpar. Really? You pulled a gun on him because he raised his voice? Wow. Do you know what Star really was fighting for? Why do you think Cassie followed in her idol's footsteps and died for it? I'm sure you haven't really forgotten. Children observe adults as they grow. I love this panel. Man. I love this panel. Well, what's going on in the world is not unrealistic. We now, this is going crazy. That's true. Absolutely. Adults in turn support the children as they pass it forward, excuse me, and so on to the next generation. All right. Heroes have always wielded their power in the name of that cause. Edgeshot. Okay. Edgeshot's what is he gonna do? He's gonna do something to like pull his heart together or something? Edgeshot. Yes, I am the ninja hero. There is no realm I cannot infiltrate, and I have ample experience evading the bodies of others. Invading, excuse me. I said evade. This is no time to lie down and die. Okay, so he's gonna go inside Bakugo and put his heart back together. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go inside Bakugo and put his heart together, isn't he? This might actually be the first time we get to see his quirk work, and we actually get to learn exactly what his quirk does. Because I feel like we really never got a true example. I don't think we ever got a true example. All right. This is no time to lie down and die. Meko! Do not go quietly. So pointless. Should he tear you asunder, sink your teeth into his flesh. Oh, I don't even know what I'm looking at over there. But let's look at this. Because Edgeshot the hero will not let this pass. This stopped heart belongs to a life we can ill afford to lose. I am not too late. I shall replace what's missing and make it pump. Wait, what is he doing? Kamihara, there's no coming back from this for you. Just so. I leave the rest in your capable hands. Wait, what is he doing? Wait, what is he doing? Club President Hakamada. Ninpo, thousand sheet pierce zenith. I will be the boy's heart. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. He's literally sacrificing himself. I never expected him to have facial hair. I never expected Edgeshot to have a beard or anything. I in my brain I was like, he's clean shaven, but he has like scruff. Literally, I think that's what's the funniest thing is that we've all been like, where's Edgeshot? Where's Edgeshot? Where's Edgeshot? And he's literally going to be, he's gonna be his heart. He's gonna be his heart. That's crazy. Yeah, like we know that he could go into people and do things, but I don't think we ever knew like what the extent of his quirk could do. Yeah. I think we all knew Bakugo wasn't dead. Well, I knew. That's why I'm really not like mad now. Like I'm not mad. The moment he died, I'm like, yeah, he's not gonna die. He's not gonna die. Right? Right? I wasn't not mad at all. I think what this is something I feel like I want to say, and I think it's clear that out of all the series in Jump, it's something I was thinking about this morning, even before I knew how this would go, just thinking about Bakugo coming back. And all the series out of Jump, My Hero, out of all the popular ones, I should say, that have been in the magazine for quite some time now, My Hero has been the one to get the child-friendly stamp and push into mainstream. It's the one that out of all the most popular series, like not counting One Piece, all the new series, it's the one that's more known than everyone else. It's got like the child-friendly stamp. That's why it's on a TV network that doesn't have a high rating so that kids can watch it. It's all these things. It has that stamp. And I feel like it got that stamp because it was superheroes. And we know that Hori went through hell. Like he had so many failed projects before My Hero. And we know that if My Hero would have failed, he would have quit. And I'm not saying that he made a superhero series to like sell out. He made a superhero series because he wanted to make a superhero series. But the reason why it was able to pop is because we live in a generation that loves superhero stuff. So it popped. And I think it's very clear that from early on in the series, Hori always had a direction. And it feels like his direction and what Jump's direction, they necessarily never fully lined up. There's been plenty of times when you're reading My Hero, you can be like, this series can turn left and go really dark in an instant, but it always turns left a little bit and then straightens up and then comes back right. And this feels like another situation in which at any point during all these big decisive battles, the series could turn left and go extremely dark, and Hori possibly would be fine with turning it dark, but there's only but so far he can go. So he'll go as far as he can, and then he'll even it back out and go straight. I say this to say, for a lot of people that are in their very late teens, early 20s, mid to late 20s, we have this thing where a lot of times, and I feel like I can co-sign this, like the things that I liked as a kid, when they come back, I want them to mature. I want to feel like the series is maturing with me. So for some, as dumb as this sounds, I love Power Rangers as a kid. I still like Power Rangers. I would like Power Rangers just to be a little bit more mature, or to have its own series that's a bit more mature and not hokey and cheesy. That's never going to happen. It's a kid series. I just need to isolate the fact that is. I feel like because there are Jujutsu Kaisen counterparts, and there are Black Clover counterparts, and there's so many counterparts to My Hero that can turn left and stay left, and go dark and stay dark. And My Hero doesn't. My Hero gets flack for it. And I'm not saying this about the whole Bakugo thing, because if you don't like a character being dead and coming back to life, then you just don't like that. I'm not talking to you. Just talking about a lot of people love this series just to go dark and be dark. And it can't do that because it's been pushed through for 8 years now as the family friendly series. I say that because my mom watches My Hero. My mom does not watch Jujutsu Kaisen or Black Clover, has no interest to it. You wanna know why? Because it's too damn dark. She likes My Hero because superhero stuff, it's nice. She don't have to think about it. It's been pushed as that. So now it has a lane that it needs to stay in to survive, really. And Hori's kind of handcuffed. There's but so much he can do. I can't see what you guys are saying. I took my glasses off. I'm that blind. But he's kind of handcuffed. And we're in this dilemma where, and this is me, I don't want to spoil Jujutsu Kaisen for anyone. I've been spoiled on Jujutsu Kaisen like crazy, even though I'm an anime only. Jujutsu Kaisen, from my knowledge, has gone left and stayed left and is extremely dark. And people love it for that. People love it that people die and they don't come back. I would love that for the series. There's plenty of opportunities and situations where characters have died in this series. It's just not the characters that are popular. So, it's just, we're in this situation where it's a back and forth. Like, if you don't like this Bakugo thing, you don't have to like this Bakugo thing. I'm not telling you, you should like this Bakugo thing. Me personally, I don't care. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you don't want to read the series anymore, you don't want to read the series anymore. But don't be like a dick. Don't try to hate people or disagree with people just because they like it or they don't care about it. Don't be that person. That's pretty much all I got. But yeah, let me go back to the last thing I read. Okay. When I never thought of the kids in the future, Bakugo was wearing a braid similar to Edgeshot. Horikoshi drew Bakugo in a red cape. Edgeshot has a red cape. I do remember that. Also with the speech of protecting and guiding the next generation, and with the entire series being about doing it right by the next generation, makes sense that somebody comes through for Bakugo. Yeah. I'm not that stoked narrative wise since he was gone for like 2 to 3 chapters because his character arc was complete. I think you do it now. You don't wait. You do it now, so it's like dead, boom, back. If you kill him now, wait a volume and then come back and then do this whole Edgeshot thing, people would be so much more madder. People would be so much more madder. So much more mad. I'm not even speaking right. Let me continue. We'll see what happens next, but he was dead for like what, 2 chapters? Yeah. Well, war's not over. MC's not even faced the final boss yet. Let's not make this an invisible situation. People are hyperbolic. All the cliffhangers have failed in this fight. So next chapter, Shiggy could rip Edgeshot out of Bakugo's heart and kill him. It's true. This is why it's like I always wait to get full context for everything. It's like exactly like what Teen King said. Edgeshot could have this big heroic moment and Shigaraki could rip him straight out of his chest and it could be done like that. We don't know. Everyone's hyperbolic. Just think back to when Ares' quirk got revealed. I remember this. This was way before I was on YouTube. But I remember the internet going crazy when Ares' quirk was revealed to be rewinding. And everyone freaked out like, oh my goodness, there's no more stakes. And people freaked out. And then the next subsequent weeks, and since then, her quirk has not really been used to save someone's life. It really hasn't. The only thing her quirk's been used for since the moment it was introduced is keeping Deku from exploding in the sky fighting overhaul and giving Muriel his quirk back. And now putting All For One in a state where he can smash people. I meant that. Okay. Would Edgeshot be sentient within Bakugo? I don't think so. I think he's gonna die. I'm so sad if Deku doesn't get there to see what happened to Katsuki. I guess. I don't even know. Bakugo's gonna be revived, die twice, like Vision in Infinity War. Like, imagine seeing each other and at the last showdown, it's just like, oh yeah, I died for a while, by the way. Yeah, maybe. No, Black Clover's definitely getting that treatment too. Tabata keeps getting pushed back for making things too dark from his editor. Gotcha. Can you confirm Jujutsu Kaisen is dark now? Jujutsu Kaisen is what I want most Shonen Jump series to be. No one is safe. Jujutsu Kaisen, in my opinion, is borderline a seinen series. Like, pretty much, in my opinion. As long as everyone remains respectful, that's not gonna happen, Maxi. I wish that were the case, but it's not. Everyone has their own opinions and preferences. I've been spoiled on every new. Me too. I try not to. I should probably get into Jujutsu Kaisen. I like Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. It's really good. Well, I don't necessarily need another super depressing dark series, but the main battle of the war is not even started. Yeah. Yeah, Hawks is right. Deco has no idea Bakugo is dead. He probably won't have much impact after reviving. What's to even say that Edgeshot, if Edgeshot does this to Bakugo's heart, and Edgeshot does give his life in the process, what's to say that he doesn't come unstitched? What's to say that this is something that's permanent? I don't even know. You don't even know. We have no idea. Because this is the first time this would have ever been happened, unless it's a family tradition and someone in his family has done it before. I saw Bakugo jump right back in the fight like he got a max heal. Like, he shouldn't be back in this fight for a while. I would hope not, but he's probably gonna jump right back up. He probably will. But it depends on if Edgeshot is just gonna heal his heart, or if Edgeshot is going to seal up the entire wound. Like, I wonder if that's the case. If he seals up the entire wound, I definitely can see him getting right back up and going crazy. I can definitely see it. Funnily enough, Ochako versus Toga, Kids versus Midnight Killer, multiple hands, spinners. Yep, there's gonna be a wreck if when Hawks dies. Oh man. Or Deku's 6 quirk reveal. What do you mean by smash? You know what I mean by smash. I wonder if this will affect Bakugo's character or general appearance, like a fusion. I think Bakugo's character, especially if he learns what Edgeshot did, you see how heartbroken he was over. You'll see how heartbroken he was over All Might. So if he finds out that Edgeshot gave his life for him, it'll be a critical blow for him. It'll hit his character a lot. He dies in front of Enji, and Enji carries his body from the battlefield. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff left hanging. People are burning their manga because of this. They're stupid. They spent their own money. Why are you buying? Like, I hate people that do that. I hate people that do that. You spent money on that and you're going to burn it. So you're burning your money. Basically, you just took $20 out of your wallet and you set it on fire. Stop being stupid. I hate that. I also don't like how they're doing this during the middle of the fight. Like, if they did this after Midori and Shigaraki got transported somewhere else, I'd be cool. Yeah. Sun Eater had a flashback and all for his big attack next chapter in the first 3 panels. It did nothing. Yeah. The specific scenario is just a bad idea. Yeah. Bakugo's going to be depressed. My poor boy. Bakugo with a bit of Edgeshot gear might genuinely look dope. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a girl use her tampon with blood on a poster of Bakugo. Oh my gosh. I'm more interested to see how Bakugo will fare. Yeah. This is like freaking interesting as all can be. I'm not going to lie. Because Genis clearly has threads inside of Bakugo and it's not working. Like, he wasn't able to do anything. So what Edgeshot is doing, like whatever it is, it's definitely next step than just Genis trying to control fibers inside of a body. That's fake news. The person who burned it because Kachan died. Okay, Anna. Gotcha. That's even stupid too. And there's no way Mitoko keeps Shiggy distracted for long enough alone, right? Mitoko also had Genis did fix Bakugo's arm. Yeah, it's external though. They're basically leaving Mitoko out to dry for a chance of reviving Bakugo. They are, but Mirio's right there though. That's the whole thing. So it's not like everyone is sacrificing Mitoko. Like, Mirio's there trying to land blows. I don't know if what's her name, Nejire and Amajiki got up to fight. There's really not that many people left in the battle, if we're being honest. Like, all the people that are here fighting Shigaraki was Genis, Edgeshot, Bakugo, Mitoko, and the big 3. Those are the people that were fighting, right? Last time we seen Amajiki and Nejire, they were down. They were trying to get up, but they were struggling. Mirio was permeated, so he was fine. He's still here trying to throw blows. Mitoko put herself in the mix. She's there. Bakugo is down. Genis is trying to save Bakugo's life. And Edgeshot, wherever the hell he was, is now trying to save them. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's being purposefully done. I don't think it's being purposefully done. It's just, at this point in time, if we're in the middle of this fight if someone that we're fighting with gets dealt a blow, do you leave them to keep fighting, or do we have one person try to save their life? That's the whole thing. That's just something that you would have to be comfortable with as people fighting. Does it matter if we all die if we are able to stop him? Or do we at least want to try to save everyone? I think that's the whole thing. Hero number 35 might all die for Bakugo to be revived. Maybe. Video can't harm Shigaraki, no. Only one that possesses power is Bakugo, Deku Endeavor, because of the big fire boom. Yep. Get that logical side of me doesn't like this. It's just the whole thing. It's are you willing to sacrifice? Like, does everyone here, are you okay with everyone here dying to stop Shigaraki? If you are, then this situation doesn't make a bit of damn sense for you. Because if Bakugo dies, then Bakugo dies. If we all come together, we still might be able to beat him. I guess it's something like that. But if two people are down, one per able-bodied person is still fighting, the other able-bodied person, they're still in the mix, and we're at least gonna try to do something to save his life because maybe we can save him. Then I don't know. It's just what do we do? We can't go anywhere. We're in the middle of the sky, so it's not like we can retreat. And we have to keep Shigaraki busy enough, because if we don't, he's gonna go straight over to why am I blanking on his name? We're gonna go straight over to Monoma, and he's gonna get bodied too for deleting his quirks. And as soon as that happens, it's all hell breaks loose. So it's just like, what do we do? It's like, what do we do? And I do feel that's Anna said it. I think my next thought was going to be like, Bakugo is the youngest person in this fight. I feel like all these old men that are fighting don't want Bakugo to die, so they're going to try to do everything that they can. The goal right now should be hold Shigaraki for as long as possible. We need as many people as we can to do that. We're basically about to lose at least one extra person than necessary. But that's the point. You don't want Bakugo to get up and fight right now. But if we lose Edgeshot to get Bakugo back, and Bakugo gets back up and starts fighting, then we will be in the same place that we just were. One person's gone. But it's just like, you don't want him to get back up. I don't want him to get back up right now. But he's probably gonna get back up right now. So if we take Edgeshot and fix Bakugo, and Bakugo gets back up and keeps fighting, we then have put everybody back in the battle besides the one person that is now dead. Whether it was Edgeshot that fixes Bakugo, or whether it was Bakugo that got his heart blown up. So it's just like, we're back in the same situation if he gets right back up and keeps fighting. Which I feel like he's gonna get right back up and keep fighting. I don't want that, but I feel like that's gonna happen. I feel like he's gonna get up and he's gonna contribute some form or fashion. I do feel like that could be the case. I do. I did see that Tinking new trailer for the anime, yeah. One thing you cannot argue is Hori's way to design battles with a weird catch. I agree. If they have a way to revive Katsuki, there's no way they'll just let him die, right? Doesn't seem in character to just leave him dead to the side. That is just arguing. That's your personal preference. I feel like there's no right or wrong answer. Right? There's no right or wrong answer. If you tell me just leave him there, we all need to be all hands on deck so that Shigaraki doesn't kill us all, I throw my hands up. It's gonna hurt like hell, but I throw my hands up. But if you tell me I have a way that can save him and get him back in the fight, I throw my hands up. It's a situation where, for me, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm speaking for myself. There's no right or wrong answer. Like, if you have a way to get him up, because he's the one with the most firepower here out of all of us, if you can get him up back into this fight, then hell, let's go for it. But if you're telling me there's nothing we can do for him and we need to get back into this fight, hell, I'm here for it. I got, like, okay. He got a quirk awakening before he died, and now he has a stronger heart. He should be able to make better use of it. That's true. That is true. Also, am I the only one who thinks they're putting too much faith in Deku? I mean, the boy has plot armor, but the matchup feels way too one-sided. It's not that they're putting too much faith in him. He's the only thing they have. That's the thing. He is it. There is nothing, like, there's nothing else. To our knowledge of everything we know about My Hero, One for All possibly is the strongest quirk. So if that quirk resides in Deku, he is our only hope. Because just how the president from the United States described it, Shigaraki is a being that cannot be reasoned with. Like, well, that's how I'm saying. He's a being that can't be reasoned with. You can't touch him. You can't get close to him. You can't do anything. Like, he's damn near otherworldly. He's too much. And it's going to take One for All to go head up with that. So right now, Deku is the only hope. He is. Unless you want to get everyone in the whole world to fight Shigaraki at once. Maybe you have a chance then, but who knows? Maybe he rises to the occasion and he beats everyone else. That's... So it's like he's the only hope. Like Deku abusing Ares rewind, or should you have to face Deku at 75% competition? I think Deku awakens 100% during this battle. Ain't no way Bakugo by himself can keep up and match either Deku, especially Shigaraki. No, we're not saying that. But for a split second, he can. He proved it. And then Shiggy timed him. But for a second, he proved them. Bakugo was killing himself to do it. Because if Bakugo would have tried to keep that up, he definitely would have ripped his body apart. But he proved that for a split second, he could catch Shigaraki off guard. How well would Deku fare is a deciding question. How well Fajin would scale against All For One. We still don't know what the second quirk is. The second quirk could be a game changer. We still don't know what it is. Shigaraki is a bean. He still cannot harness full potential. Yep, Shiggy is my precious little bean. Technically, All For One is the first user for One For All, so Deku could maybe unlock it. Maybe that'd be crazy. They could just nuke Japan. Well, no. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it works that way, because All For One gave. I don't know. We could go back and forth from that, because all he did was give his brother a stockpile quirk. The whole mixing and all that stuff would have happened inside of Shinichi. Nuking Japan history repeating. I guess so. They could just nuke Japan. Someone has a nuke quirk somewhere in this world, right? You would think so. Could Shigaraki survive a nuke? That's a good question. Well, yeah, because the missiles from Star would have killed Shigaraki if he didn't shoot himself into the ocean. So yeah, if you were to direct impact Shigaraki, I guess so. I guess he would die. Right? Would he die from radiation? Is that possible? Like, if there's enough radiation, he's at ground zero? I guess so. Wipe him from the face of existence all at once. Yeah, Majin Buu rules. I get that. They nuked Japan off on still rewinding. Hori's answer to that question would be hands. Just to clarify for some people who even think Edgeshot somehow powers up Bakugo with this attempt. Gotcha. Okay. Madman, gotcha. Oh yeah, he'd be rewound before the nuke. Yep. If Japan gets a nuke, Horikoshi would be exiled. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's not gonna happen. Like, I don't think, like, Hori has been, he's been slandered for less. Like, who was it? Like, what community got so upset that Dr. Garaki's that his name and his birth date was similar to like someone from China that committed some like war crime or something, and they absolutely freaked out, and he had to change the name and apologize for it, when the whole point is that this character is, well, it's different for them because they don't think he's evil, but he's in, like, I created this evil character and I think this guy's evil because he did evil things. So it's like for less he's been slandered. So if he actually were to drop a nuclear bomb on the country that he lives in, people would want his head. Imagine Bakugo as a kid and he has Edgeshot's quirk. That would be crazy. Could Bakugo get Edgeshot's quirk since Edgeshot is becoming a part of him? I don't know. I think maybe, possibly, but I know, because quirks come from your genetic material. Like, quirks come from like your genetics, not just becoming a part of you. It's a part of your genetic code. It's like your DNA. Like, we have 23 chromosomes as humans. Seemingly in this My Hero world, your quirk is like another chromosome. So I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Let's talk about All For One being butt booty naked. All For One's a Chad, man. All for One's a Chad. Watch Bakugo's hair color change, and the second user theorists are back in town. Goodness. Edgeshot Bakugo would be a little too much. Nah, it was an even worse coincidence because the Garaki's old name translated to it was just one big coincidence. Yeah, it was, but yeah, what can you do? All For One was naked last chapter and thought about violating while there are kids before him. Man's a fiend. Man is a fiend. I like this chapter though. All this being said, all the pissing and moaning I was hearing about, I guess the chapter's not bad to me because I didn't care if Bakugo came back alive or not. Right? That's just me. I didn't care if he came back to life or if he stayed dead. So the chapter is pretty good to me. I like this chapter a lot. I like all this All For One stuff we got. This portrait, I kept thinking, this portrait reminds me of Hades. Like art from Hades. This panel right here. Right? This panel right here like reminds me of Hades. But I think the best thing that was said from Tink King would be everyone is so hyperbolic. It's like, yeah, Bakugo could come back, he could be alive, all this stuff. This whole Edgeshot thing could work. Or we could come back to this and Shigaraki is like, oh no you don't, and just completely rips him out of him. Right? Like he completely rips him out of him and dunzo. Like it could be that. How likely that is? Very unlikely to me. I think that's very unlikely, but there's a chance because we have no idea. None of us are Hori. None of us are writing this series. But 100% that could happen. It could be like I will be the boy's heart, and then a couple of panels from now, rip. It could be that. It could be that. I'm just going to assume that everyone else is defeated and dead by now. Spinner already took over school. Toga already took out Sue and has Ochako in the headlock. Everyone else is MIA. Yeah, I think it's an interesting choice. Why? I think it's a very, how do you know Hori's not watching right now? I don't think there's other places he could be watching besides here. And I'm pretty sure I can look at every single viewer that's watching and figure it out. Because there's 10 people currently watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can count every single person that's currently watching. I can count everyone that's currently watching. Will Shiggy just wait for Edgeshot to become his heart? Let's look at where Shigaraki is. Where he did say so pointless. He did say that. He said so pointless. So he could like flash step and boom. He could flash step and be done. Everyone's claiming to be Hori. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's claiming to be Hori. That's funny. Damn, I had a point I was gonna make. I forgot. We're like Negan from I Am Negan. Oh my gosh, Maxie. I am Negan. Oh, it's actually Horikoshi. His stand is just taking his place in Japan. Oh gosh. Dude is a good looking guy. Y'all don't know what I got for y'all next chapter. We're gonna people are gonna know exactly what next chapter holds for us in 2 days on Tuesday. On Tuesday we'll know. I sure as hell not Hori. Damn, what was my point gonna be? I was gonna make a point. I forgot. Dang it. Oh, my point was, it feels weird that we set up. Now, I say this because trying to focus on every single battle that was set up. I'm telling. Let me get to that after. But every single battlefield that was set up when everyone got separated at Troy would be chaotic to follow. I feel like only Kubo would be able to make you follow what was happening and all of his side stories that are all happening at once. Only he's capable of that, in my honest opinion. But to follow every single battlefield would be super chaotic. So the fact that he decided to focus on the most popular ones is weird, because we still have the spinner battlefield that a lot of us are interested in, but I think all of us would have been like, I would rather see Shoto and Dabi fight. I would rather see UA and the Heroes versus Shigaraki. I'd rather see Endeavor and All For One over Spinner and everyone else, right? Like, I'm pretty sure all of us would be like, I'd rather see those fights because they're going to be more hype than the Spinner fight. But the fact that the Spinner fight is back here, all this stuff with Spinner on what is the drug on the, dang it, whatever it was called, on that, like he's like hopped up on that, he's massive now, like that battlefield is still out. Trigger, thank you. Like I'd much rather see everything else than that, even though I want to see that, right? Even though I want to see that. If you told me watch Shoto versus Dabi or Spinner versus whoever's gonna fight Spinner, I'd be like, let me see that Shoto and Dabi fight. I'd want to see that. No, not on Trigger. He got another quirk. That's my bad. He got another quirk from All For One. He got another quirk. That's my bad. I do remember that because they showed the flashback with All For One talking to Spinner, and then it went to Spinner's eyes white and he's drooling and stuff as he's like screaming, leading all of the heteromorphs. My bad. Yeah, Pepito got suspended right before the 363 leaks were supposed to come out, and everyone was freaking out. Who is Pepito? Wasn't his tongue black though? You know what? That wasn't too long ago, was it? Yeah, go back. Let's check that out. Was his tongue black? Maybe he was on Trigger. Maybe it's a mix. Because why would Trigger make him that big? I haven't read the Bleach manga. I'm hyped for the new arc though. Bleach. Oh my gosh. Bleach. No spoilers. Bleach. I'm sorry. Kubo. Yeah, Kubo is the Bleach author. Yes. Sorry. Kubo pulls it off because they're all of the fights are happening right next to each other. That is true. They literally all are happening right here. It is a black and white manga. True, but it's weird that even before the anime came out, we could look at characters and be like, that's blonde hair, that's white hair, that's this hair, and that hair and that. It's like, it's weird. And Spinner's tongue is never black, I don't think. Oh no, Bleach is incredible, Ivan. I die on the hill that Bleach was the best of the big three. I die on that hill. I like Bleach more than Naruto and One Piece. Die on that hill. The 1,000-Year Blood War, like the 1,000-Year Blood War, the arc that's about to get animated, was happening at the same time as Dressrosa and the war in Naruto, the ending of Naruto. And in my honest opinion, it was better than both of those arcs in those other two series by a country mile. Easily. The best start of it was incredible. It was incredible how that arc started. Oh my gosh. It was incredible. Every week was just like, it's peak. It was peak. Incredible. Their main got suspended. They made a new one, got suspended again. Wow. It was incredible. I like that arc was like, that's incredible. Yeah, it did. It started in the minute. I remember being like, yo, I don't even care about reading Naruto right now. It's like you'd read Naruto and be like, whatever, let me get to Bleach. And you're just freaking out. Bleach is great. In terms of art and design, it's the best out of the big three. I agree too. Kubo's art is incredible. I love Kubo's art. Oh, I'm sorry, Tink King. Man, 1,000-Year Blood is gonna have everyone in a chokehold for what? For the rest of this year? Maybe until spring. Nah. It's Yuhabak, Yoach. You get so many different names you could call them. I hope it has an anime original ending because the manga ending ruined it for me. Kubo confirmed that it will follow the series of the manga. It's going to expound on certain things that he wasn't able to expound on in the manga. He confirmed that. Right? He confirmed that. He confirmed that. He confirmed things that you didn't get to see in the manga. You will see. More things will be expounded on, but how it ended is how it ended. That's how it's going to be. Yeah. The manga was rushed and had a lot of loose ends. Kubo said the anime is going to show we miss. Yeah, there's a point in Bleach where a lot of 1v1s are set up, and then we skip all the 1v1s and we go right back to like the big battle, and it's just like, dude, we skipped a lot. And you really had, if you weren't paying attention, you kind of got lost. You had to literally go back and be like, that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened, and that happened. Okay. All right. And then it wasn't too long after that, we get the bombshell that 10 chapters are left. We were like, what? I don't even think it was like hinted that Bleach was going to be ending. Bleach is great, man. I remember the same month that the Obito reveal came. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. It was great. It was great. There are several characters that just went missing halfway through. Yeah. I remember like being mad confused. Like, wait, I don't understand. I had to go back. Bleach is great, man. Read Bleach. Watch Bleach. Bleach is, well, I'm not really a big fan of filler, but there was, what arc of Bleach's filler was good? The bounce stuff, horrid. I couldn't stand it. I remember watching the bounce stuff in the anime for Bleach and being like, man, this sucks. This is before I was even reading the manga. Like, this stuff is boring. And then someone told me like, that's all filler. And I'm like, you told me that on the last episode of this stuff. I was like, you told me that? It was the Zanpakuto rebellion. Yeah, when all the Zanpakuto ended up like having like actual physical forms. I love that arc. I really did. But that Bount arc, man, that thing was so... The little chipmunk, I couldn't stand it. It sucked. It was bad. I didn't like the Bount arc at all. It was god boring. It was so boring to me. I liked the Fullbringer arc. Though. I really did. I thought the Fullbringer arc was cool. Like it felt like refreshing. Like after like we were doing so much Soul Society stuff, we were just back in Japan, back in Kuraka Town. We're just back doing stuff like that. I enjoyed the Fullbringer arc. I really did. And I liked how it ended too. Getting the Shinigami. We're just sitting here spoiling Bleach. Oh, sorry. I really liked that Fullbringer arc, man. I really did. I thought the Fullbringer arc was like one of my more liked arcs in Bleach. Yeah, sidetracked. I haven't talking about My Hero no more. I haven't talking about My Hero no more. I agree. You said it. I didn't want to say it out loud. I loved this Fullbring form. I really did. Which Bleach movie? Which one? I love the Fullbringer arc, man. I did. Yeah, can't say that in public. I remember being like, "Oh my gosh, the Hell movie was great." The live action Bleach movie wasn't bad either. It was not bad. It didn't follow the series like verbatim, because I think they did that because they knew they weren't gonna get a sequel. But the live action Bleach movie was pretty good, man. I watched that and I was like, this isn't bad. It had its own like little movie original ending. Yeah, there's a live action movie. It had its own like original ending fight between Byakuya and Ichigo, like in Japan somewhere. Even that fight was pretty cool. But I'm like, you easily could, like, if you wanted to give that a second live action movie and continue following the series, you easily could find some quick workaround at the beginning of the next movie and keep going it. There's a sequel to the Full Metal Alchemist movie? Really? How? They covered... No, I didn't watch the movie. I just know. Have you watched the live action Tokyo Revengers? No, I haven't. Well, actually wasn't bad. I have not. I'm not watching the second season for Tokyo Revengers. I watch it on my own. I'm not doing it on the channel. That's something I had to say out loud. I remember the chipmunk. I suppressed those memories. I'm telling you, that little chipmunk was annoying. How are there so many live actions that I haven't heard about? So to my knowledge, like of recently, it's like you got the Cowboy Bebop one. Yu Yu Hakusho's getting one from Netflix too. You have the Death Note one, also from Netflix. You have the Full Metal Alchemist one. You have the Bleach live action. You have the Rurouni Kenshin movies. The Kenshin movies are the best live action anything. Yeah, it's coming back. It's getting like some special the Bloody Christmas Eve something thing that's coming this winter or something, December for Tokyo Revengers. The Rurouni Kenshin movies are the best live action anything. The best live action movie is the Dragon Ball movie. Drink bleach, I'm sorry. I'm not watching it. I'm not either. I love it too much. I'm not either. I'll have someone else watch it and tell me. I can't watch it on my own. If it's good, like the thing with Yu Yu Hakusho is that if it's good and they follow the series, it's a great series that you could do in live action. But they're gonna fumble. You know they are. They're gonna fumble it. It's not a matter of if I'll hate it. It's how much I'll hate it. I'm willing to give it an open mind because you never know. If you got the right person to do it, they might get it right. That's the whole thing. They might get it right. It's really hard because for some reason they just can't do it. But Yu Yu Hakusho is literally the easiest show that you can turn into a live action. It's the easiest one out of everything else that you possibly could do. It's just some kid, middle school kid, fighting and that's it. And demons get introduced. It's not hard. It's not hard. It is not hard. It is not hard. You literally can do it. It's the easiest series that you can do. There's not, like, characters don't have unrealistic proportions, like nothing crazy. It's just, you just can't do it. How are you gonna make Toguro look good in live action? You talk like full power Toguro. We get there when we get there. We don't have to worry about that right now. Right? We don't have to worry about that. But you really just use CG Toguro. I wouldn't, but they would. I would go practical with him. You get some big gigantic man, and you just get a practical design that you clean up with some CG. That's what I would do. Right? That's what I would do. Actual Toguro would be fine. How are you gonna make Hiei's demon form look good in live action? It won't look good, but we'll be fine because it's only there. It's not there that long. 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 It might not look great, but if we can just get by. I think it's possible, though. I think it's possible. It'd be difficult. That'd be a lot of work with all the eyes and everything. It'd be so difficult. But I think you can make it work. Just paint them green. Yeah, it's like you paint them green. You paint them green. You do the CG eyes. It's gonna look crazy. It probably won't look the best. People will probably piss and moan about it. But it's just like, how else can we do this? I don't know. Or what they'll probably get around is the most they'll probably do. Honestly, if it were me and we came up with some sort of CG mock-up of how it would look and it looked horrendous, I would literally just have to bite the bullet and be like, just make Hiei green and just keep the third eye on his forehead. That's it. I would change how the form looked. If we couldn't come up with a good CG mock-up for it, if we couldn't do it, if it looked absolutely horrendous, I would change the design. Or I would ask, this is possibly impossible. It was probably impossible, but I would ask, how am I forgetting his name? What is the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter? You guys see in my brain on one display. I can't remember his name. His name is not coming to me for the life of me. Togashi, thank you. I would ask Togashi if he could come up with a different design. Yeah, I would ask him if possible. If we can make it look right, I would ask him, I can't make this look right and I want to get it right. What do you feel comfortable with us doing? But that's me. If I'm making a live action series on one of these anime series, I want the creator of this series to be my direct consultant. Like, I don't care how much money we have to pay them for them to be on site with us, but I want this to be as right as possible. If possible, I want him to be the person that's writing the treatment for this. I don't want to sit here and freestyle this series. I want that person to do it. And then we can adapt, like we can work together and figure that thing out. They don't do that, but that's what you should do. They shouldn't just be a consultant. Hire that person. I would be like, what is a way that we can do this that you would feel comfortable with? Because that looks terrible. And whatever he came up with, I throw my hands up because that's what he came up with. Don't come after me. Go after him. I would do that. I would do that. What about the tiger guy from the Saint Beast? CG. UCG, the tiger guy from the Saint Beast. He's not around that much either. A lot of these things, it's like, it would be awkward for a couple of episodes. But you would just CG him. That's it. The same way how they did Thanos and they do Hulk. You get a person in a CG suit with a stick with a fake head of where the person's supposed to be, and you CG him. That's exactly what you do. If we CG the tiger guy, would look like Cat. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. He's gonna he wears clothes, right? He wears clothes. He'd be fine. He'd be big and buff. That Cats movie, I don't know what the hell they were trying to do with that, but he'd be fine. Yes, Wolverine was confirmed. Wolverine and what was it? It was, and on the newspaper, it was Man with Claws gets into a bar fight, and the other headline was something else. Yeah, we are so sidetracked. Bakugo getting his Phoenix down in UA. It's about to get ran up on via the Shiketsu Tunnel. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the big man. Thank you. The big man. There's a big man in the ocean. Finally, someone mentioned it. But yeah, back to my hero. Still completely sidetracked. Back to my hero. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm so sidetracked. I still gotta edit. I gotta edit. Thank you guys. We'll see where this goes next week. We do have a chapter next week, right? Yes, chapter coming in 7 days. We have a chapter next week. We'll see how this goes. We could either get, well, one, we could cut away from this whole situation and not see what happens. 2, Edgeshot does what he says and becomes Bakugo's heart. Or 3, alluding to what Tink King said, Shigaraki could just rip Edgeshot straight out of Bakugo's heart, and that's it. And it's a donezo. And it's the biggest bait and switch suck my peen that you ever seen. I don't think that's possible, but if that happened, that would be great. That would be great. And it'd be the perfect example of time and time again, for me anyways, time and time again, Hori will do something and then people will freak out and then he'll follow it up and it'll be like, oh, that's not so bad. It's not so bad. So if that were to happen, it'd be a big, everyone screaming from the top of their lungs. That's what you get because you jump to conclusions. It's not going to happen though. But if that did happen. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your Sunday. I should be back tomorrow for the start of our Tower of God reread. And Steins Gate, the finale of Steins Gate. I have to do that tomorrow. But thank you guys. Have a good rest of your Sunday or Monday, wherever you are. Have a good rest of your week coming up, next weekend, and hopefully, God willing, see you guys back here next Sunday for 365 of My Hero. So thank you guys again. Yeah, I'm gonna, it's not really a reread. It's gonna be like we're talking about season 1. Like I'm gonna do all season 1 tomorrow, and we'll just talk about like things that we like, things we didn't like, etc. Like we're not gonna go chapter by chapter. So that's what we're gonna do. So thank you guys. Have a good one, and I will see ya. Peace out.